Well, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between Infi versus Chaemiko. This game taking place here on, well, Northern Isle. Things are already getting well underway as I, continue to just clean up my desk a little. Apparently working from home has the added disadvantage of, well, if your wife is also a software engineer and computer engineer that works on hardware, you have like exposed computer boards all over the place. So yeah, I think she actually has more computers than I do sitting at her desk right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she has 4 computers at her desk, and each of them have their own monitors. Some of them are laptops, so I guess that makes up for it, but she uses all of them. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this game. This is a human versus human mirror match, and Infi was random, so Chaemiko still does not know what the race actually is. Now, we are looking at an interesting opening, or the build order, something that I wanted to note from the professional players. Sometimes professional players will do a complete wall-in, thereby not allowing heroes in or out of their base. Other times, they actually have this narrow walkway right here. The reason and purpose for that is only certain races, thank you for the follow, only certain races really are going to come in and harass. You want to be able to use your base as a way to protect your heroes. If you are able to run your hero inside your base and in order to get him additional protection, well, that gives you a major advantage, as your opponent will need to chase inside your base in tight corridors where you all of a sudden can, in the case of human, activate militia and all of a sudden have an army to meet and greet your opponent. That often leads to some strange overcommitments as heroes have gone down. Is it just me, or Infi's random often turns into a mirror match? I think it happens 1 out of 4 times. So I don't know how often that really is. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup here. Let's go and we'll take down the snowboard. I'm gonna pause GSL for the duration. Oh, thank you. Good choice. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, even giving up GSL to watch off over here as we are looking at the Archmage of Chaemiko finish off this this creep camp. Meanwhile, back off on the other side here, Archmage will be able to get up to level 2, picks up a potion of greater healing, and Infi with the faster creep. Now we are going into a fast expansion attempt, probably. Alright, Militia, or one peasant already, or footman already getting ensnared there. Thank you for the follow. Militia joining in on the fight. Water Elemental taking the majority of that damage, as Infi seems to be doing perhaps some one-base play into a faster tech into tier 2. We are looking at Chaemiko perhaps going to be setting up that expansion. Archmage not going to get to level, not going to get to level 3. I thought it would have been much closer. So that experience drop off actually significantly higher than I originally thought, as the footmen are now wandering around. SC2 may be dead, but Tastosis is in it. Oh, Tasteless and Artosis. Yeah, it's so much fun just watching a commentary team that have been working together for over 10 years. They have synergy, and well, I'll say this, I don't know, for any baseball fans out there, American baseball fans, losing Vin Scully and not having him cast or do announcement for, oh, are we going to see a possible surround here? No, just so many footmen running back around. And losing the voice of Vin Scully from being the commentator for Dodger baseball was actually a little bit of a disappointment, as we're now looking at a water elemental going to be going after, well, there goes one unit here. Water elemental going after that footman there. More footmen now trying to dive on in. Arcane tower trying to be upgraded, as we're looking at, well, double archmages off over here. Are we going to see a level 3 archmage, or level 3 archmage with level 2 water elementals? That is going to be a big deal. Going after that peasant. There you go. Waits for the water elemental to get to level 2, and now going to drop it off. Now footmen are going to try and defend back here. There is one peasant off over here. Is this one peasant going to get taken down? It looks like it will. Another footman gets taken down here as the archmage is trying to put in pressure. More militia should be called back over, and Chaemiko is not called. Oh no, there is the peasants now trying to repair this back over. Archmage trying to get that damage in now. Is it going to really be able to work? Water elemental about to get taken down. There it goes, and there's a cancellation on that town hall. Couple of peasants still left behind here. Peasants still trying to repair this arcane tower. Arcane tower down to 70 hit points, down to 4. There's a cancellation at the last possible moment, as this, well, has been completely reset. Infi is just putting in pressure, allowing Chaemiko to invest his gold and temporarily into an expansion, and then forcing him to cancel it. Level 2 water elementals galore right now, as we're looking at both Chaemiko and Infi with level 2. Archmage just trying to continue to defend here. Another peasant going to get taken down. Who is closer to level 4? That is the question. Chaemiko is closer to level 4. There goes, well, I believe this footman is going to get taken out right there. 1 clause of attack plus 6, getting that, well, killing blow. Meanwhile, the Archmage of Infi now retreating back. Tech to tier 2 nearly done here. Meanwhile, tech to tier 2 not even started, as Chaemiko has, well, been committed to this expansion attempt. No towers inside the base here, as Infi putting in a lot of pressure inside Chaemiko's base, as this one peasant will try and retreat back out. Archmage still absorbing a lot of damage, has a potion of greater healing if he wants to stick around even longer, though. That is going to be a problem. Another peasant going to get taken out. Archmage sitting at about, what, 3 and 2/3 compared to 3.5 for Infi, as Infi now coming in to do a little bit more damage as well. Is he going to try and push a water elemental through? And I like this play by Chaemiko, opening up and leaving a space in between these two farms right here. By doing exactly that, you cannot squeeze water elementals into that back line as easily unless you try and squeeze it through this direction. And if you squeeze it from that direction, well, you may actually get trapped in a bad spot yourself. All right, Infi's now, well, overstaying his welcome just a little bit. We're going to see another dead footman. And, well, both sides getting very close to level 4 already. Chaemiko sitting at, well, 3.9, as you can see, as the Archmage does have boots of speed and should be able to close in on that distance rather quickly. All right, 2 more shots. 1 more shot is going to do it. Oh, come on. 1 more shot should do it. There you go. Archmage gets to level 2, as we see a Blood Mage second. All right, Blood Mage second coming in from Infi. And normally you do not see Blood Mage second unless you have a Mountain King first. I'm trying to come up with a strategy on why you would go for Blood Mage second if you're trying to deny mana into your from your opponent, and that's exactly what we're perhaps looking at. Siphon mana to gain additional mana into your own Archmage, and perhaps trying to shut down your opponent's heroes, but that's all you can really hope to do. There's that siphon mana in right now. Archmage getting in additional mana, as now drops a water elemental. Goblin Shredder joining in on the fight, as we're looking at this Archmage, well, of Infi trying to retreat back, already using that potion of greater healing, and is a little bit behind. All right, Sorcerer will get taken down. There's still a tracker right here, as we see the Archmage of Infi get taken out right there. That run around the corner, I thought he had plenty of time to get there. Apparently not. The Goblin Zeppelin picking up everything and then dropping right in front of that Archmage. All right, Red Archmage may switch to Blizzard. That is true, but while trying to go for Blizzard Flame Strike against a human player is completely unorthodox, as you would, as your opponent would most likely just start dropping or start trading up Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers have been a decent part of the human mirror match meta for quite some time. So trying to go for mass AoE damage just doesn't seem quite right. All right, Source or Priest are now out onto the field. Infi having those priests will be able to stay alive a little while longer. Meanwhile, coming back down here, Archmage heading back off to the north. Anyone know if you can switch the voice language in Warcraft 3? Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of names I don't really recognize, as we're looking at the Archmage now with a Ring of Regeneration. More Siphon mana to just shut down his opponent. And the Blood Mage just seems to have mana for days, as this, well, is going to continue to happen here. Are we going to see slow? Yes, slow plus a priest healing on that Blood Mage. Blood Mage also with a Ring of Regeneration. I do not believe he's going to get taken down. This footman actually shows up to the party a little bit, well, in a curious spot. Are we going to get enough damage to finish him off? No, he's going to be able to escape at 39 hit points. The Blood Mage needs to get, I believe, 2 shots off, or maybe even 3. Well, considering the armor, nope, footman able to retreat back off to the north. Archmage of Chaemiko coming across, dropping in another water elemental here. We're going to see an attempted clear of the creep camp now, as Sorcerer is still casting slow. Archmage gets up to level 4. Pendant of Energy on that Archmage now, as we see some Dispel Magic. There goes one down footman. Peasants trying to finish off that last Tuskar Trapper, as Spellbreakers are getting added into this fight here. All right, Staff of Teleportation. Little bit of Departing Gift. Spellbreakers attacking right once more, as this last Ice Troll will end up getting taken out. Hi, I'm doing fine. I am doing very well. As fine as anyone really can be during 2020. Things aren't great, but things are not as bad. I'm actually fairly fortunate, I think, being able to work from home and being able to keep my family safe. Also, I have reasons to leave the house, which interacting with you guys gives me a little bit of extra, how can I call it, extra interaction, and thereby not making it so, feel so cooped up. Blood Mage sitting at level 2, Archmage sitting at level 4, Blood Mage currently with only one ability right now. Siphon Mana doesn't have Flame Strike or Banish as of yet. Having reasons to leave the house. Well, I gotta like drop the kids off. I'm involved in a couple of projects in the community as well, creating some other or doing production for some friends and in the community. Anyways, let's go ahead and make things come back across over here. Arcane Tower quickly going to get canceled there as this Town Hall will get completed. Come on, 1 or 2 more taps. There it goes. Now completed. Blood Mage is nearby. Siphon Mana not initiated onto the Mountain King. Very good timing, though, as he knew that Storm Bolt was coming. Water Elemental being left behind here to try and finish off a couple more peasants. Does exactly that, and beautiful pickup by Chaemiko, picking up some of those units, and now we're trying to retreat back, and it looks as though, yes, it will end up surviving. Goblin Shredder, wow, Chaemiko being very aggressive here, being able to creep out of this creep camp while the Archmage and the other units are still right here. There's the reveal. There goes that Goblin Zeppelin. Mountain King wants to get to level 3, but will end up causing a creep jack to do so as the Archmage still running back around. All right, Mountain King picks up a Wand of Illusion. There's a Flame Strike from the back, and yeah, this is maybe an overcommitment by Chaemiko here. He was taking risks, took an unnecessary risk. Are we going to see a Storm Bolt? No Storm Bolt that I see onto that last Blood Mage, as we see a Flame Strike now go down, and in comes the damage. Storm Bolt now coming across here. Low hit point. Goblin Shredder getting taken out. That was completely denied right there by Chaemiko. 44 supply compared to 47. Water Elemental getting destroyed here. Units trying to drop back the other way. Flame Strike could be coming across again. There's another Siphon Mana. Mountain King has not really been able to Storm Bolt to stop that. There is that Flame Strike now. Damage going across all of those Water Elementals, evaporating them. Mountain King coming back around here, getting in more damage. It's still Water Elemental gonna get taken out. Blood Mage is sitting at level 3. It is level 2 Siphon Mana. There's another Flame Strike as the Mountain King tries to retreat back, as this may cause a bit of problems. There are a lot of priests out on the battlefield, and priests generally... Oh, there's the Ankh of Reincarnation as the Archmage could be in trouble. Is it gonna swirl a Town Portal out? Yes, it does. Mountain King trying to retreat back. Ankh of Reincarnation being used on the Archmage to stay alive a little while longer. Archmage has some mana. Mountain King, what is it doing? It is diving on in there, and it is, well, overcommitted. No, that's just an illusion, as the Mountain... That is also just an illusion as well. Mountain King hanging off in the back, and, well, kind of baiting that Blood Mage to do something with it, as we are seeing some very low hit point footmen just feed additional experience onto the Archmage and that Blood Mage. Mountain King, there's a bash once more. Mountain King completely getting shut down. We should really be looking at many more Storm Bolts. Just using the Storm Bolts whenever you have mana seems like a very viable option right now, as this game has turned into a battle of Spellbreakers. Siphon Mana, another Water Elemental being dropped back down. Mountain King just hanging back, unsure of what to do, as anytime it tries to get close, it just gets Siphon Mana from the Blood Mage. Mountain King getting back up to, what, not even 50 mana as of yet, as it is continuing to pull back here. Alright, this is an expansion attempt from Infi, and Chaemiko is trying to return the favor of trying to, well, force his opponent to not be able to keep it operational, but that just does not seem to be working. Mountain King, well, still trying to go after all of these units here, as the Mountain King pulls back once more. Spellbreakers, Flame Strike across all of the casters, all of those priests in the back, as we are looking at the Archmage now get up to level 5. Level 5, level 3 versus level 5, level 3, and Infi now into low upkeep, taking down that scout tower, and it looks like he will be able to hold his own. A couple of peasants even militiaed all the way in from the north, but was not able to really do significant damage. 46 supply compared to 58. Infi with the definite advantage right now. Chaemiko being forced to retreat back. There isn't another illusionary Mountain King. Mountain King, are we going to perhaps get a Storm Bolt? Yes, onto that Blood Mage. Blood Mage pretty much, well, Blood Mage not getting any real mana benefit there. There goes some units. Are we going to see another Spellbreaker get taken out? Yes, it looks like it. There's one additional hit on the back as this Water Elemental down to 8 hit points. What was never ever taken out. Could have given more experience once again. Archmage sitting at level 5, picking up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, aggroing the creeps to try and create some separation, as it is going to allow Infi to pick up some items as well. All right. Spellbreakers all in position right here. Narrow, choke point, flame strike, Mountain King. Well, takes a little bit of damage, but does pick up the Boots of Quel'Tha Loss, a very important or useful item here as we see more Siphon mana coming in. All right, still no expansion attempt coming in from Chaemiko. We are looking at mass Spellbreakers now with Control Magic. All right, Control Magic going to be an interesting choice off here. Mountain King still trying to get a little bit more, mana and experience. Replenishment Potion, well, just what the Doctor ordered if it wants to use it right after this battle. As long as it can dodge that Blood Mage's Siphon mana, that is going to be key. Blood Mage up to 190 mana and counting, and well, every time that Blood Mage gets a little bit stronger, things get a little bit more dangerous for well, Chaemiko's army, as he now goes in, well, temporarily went into high or low upkeep, now staying at 50 supply. He cannot go into low upkeep. His opponent, by staying on one base, as long as he's in no upkeep, his opponent only has a 40% advantage in terms of economy, as opposed to an 100% advantage in economy now. All right, Infi now going after the top left-hand side of the map, a rather aggressive creep clear, as we're going to see the Ogre Magi take a little bit of damage. Sorceresses are now wandering around here. Magnetar Reavers, I believe, are actually immune to magic, making them very difficult to take out with an army of priests. Archmage going to go ahead and teleport. Where is it going to try and where is it teleporting to? There it goes, teleporting back home, as there is the creep jack coming in from Chaemiko. The remainder of the creep camp going to give level 4 to that Mountain King, including a Tome of Intelligence +2. We'll see if that extra mana is helpful.
Our town is under siege.
Coming back down here, Water Elemental going to end up getting taken out. Taken out. Water Elemental actually getting taken out by another Water Elemental, actually giving a little bit of experience there once more. We're looking at 56 supply over 60 compared to 70 over 72. Infi having a major advantage. We are only at tier 2 on both sides here, as we're now looking at an engagement coming in between the two armies. Spellbreakers trying to make way. One priest down to 76 hit points, able to escape. Mountain King Bash or Thunderclap doesn't do anything with this Spellbreaker army. And these Spellbreakers, well, are 2-2 upgraded by Chaemiko compared to 0-0. So you got to remember, well, the army effectiveness, the overall army size, 70 supply compared to 52. There are additional workers coming in from Infi, and Chaemiko's army, by nature of upgrades, are actually a little bit better. We'll see how this all translates here in just a moment. Not having access to Flame Strike is going to be key here, as we see a bunch of Dispel Magic come back across. All right, plenty of mana. Stormbolt straight up onto that Blood Mage. Blood Mage losing a lot of, losing a bit of mana, but still has plenty. There's a Flame Strike. Those priests are now dodging and diving away again. Thank you for the follow, as the Militia now joining in on the fight. Stormbolt onto a priest right there. Priest getting healed up a lot. Mountain King now trying to back away again, as an illusion runs into the fight. There's a Flame Strike and a whole bunch of Militia getting caught in that front line, not realizing, hey, they can still take damage as well. All right, more damage coming back. There goes another Spellbreaker. Mountain King wants to break that Siphon Mana connection link, as a Flame Strike goes down on that group of priests. Many of them able to dodge that initial damage, which is the important damage to dodge. It looks like Chaemiko's strategy is going to be to snipe the priest, which is actually a very, very viable strategy right here, as we see the Spellbreakers trying to dance around. Meanwhile, Blood Mage is trying to snipe the priest with Flame Strikes. Who's going to come out on top, as the Mountain King still does not have enough mana to lay down a Stormbolt. All right, constant evading from Flame Strikes, very important here. Mountain King getting close to 75 mana, and that is going to be the key. The Mountain King should stay close as much as possible. Perhaps is going to be able to find a Stormbolt anywhere to try and finish things off. That looks like an illusion, because it is, as the Mountain King is down across here with plenty of mana to go. All right, there is a reveal, trying to keep track, see if there is anything going on here. Main gold mines are only down to about 3 minutes of mining left. Spellbreakers are going to try and finish things off, and this is pretty much an all-in attempt coming in from Chaemiko. He knows that unless, well, siphon mana, there's, well, oh, how did that work? I thought that I saw invisibility on him temporarily. No, there was no invisibility. Flame Strike. Priest once again dodging all of that damage as the Mountain King wants to get in a couple of bashes, but has not been able to do so as of yet. All right. Down. Are we going to see, well, flipping of that control magic as the priests are going to try to get taken down? There's a bash onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage has double rings of regeneration. Very difficult to take out. You can see him taking damage, but he is regenerating more than 5 hit points a second with natural regeneration and those rings of regeneration. All right, that Blood Mage seems like he is just constantly getting healed and regenerating hit points. Priest plus double ring of regeneration. I want to see that on a Paladin. How difficult it is to try and take him out as the Mountain King looks to back away again. All right, a war of the narrow choke points. 2-2 upgrades now going up against 2-1. Infi finally spending time to upgrade his own units as the Priest are trying to dodge a little bit of that damage again. Mountain King in that frontline spot. Priest are in the back as well. We are looking, no Staffless Sanctuaries, but True Shot Aura for the Archmage. All right, Control Magic coming back across as well. Are we going to see a little bit of damage? More Control Magic as one gets taken down. Flame Strike coming back across again as these Spellbreakers trying to hold the line here, going back and forth. Level 5, and level 4 on those heroes. So 5-4 versus 5-4 as the Blood Mage now gets up to level 5 and maybe going into level 3 Flame Strike. Level 3 Flame Strike, that initial damage, if you do not dodge it, will finish off many priests. 68 supply compared to 78 as those water elementals going after those backline priests, able to constantly do that. Yes, it is giving experience to your opponent, but by taking your opponent's water elementals and then going after the priests, you are actually dealing damage to your opponent as the Flame Strike rips through the heart of that healing army. Spellbreakers now trying to back away. Are we going to see them try and engage temporarily? No, not even, as they all teleport off the screen. Paladin joining in on the fight for Infi as we see a tech to tier 3. Orb of Fire handed off to the Archmage. Archmage, well, Orb of Fire and Staff of Sanctuary will be saving some of those units, and I think that's exactly what Infi needs to, well, finish off this game here. We are looking at Chaemiko sitting on 1 base going up against Infi's 2 bases right now. This is rather scary for Chaemiko. Chaemiko needs to make something happen, and I don't know if he can. Archmage is using a Clarity Potion as well. Mountain King trying to get to level, will it get to level 5 here? Yes, well, actually, no, I don't believe it will. It's going to be a little bit shy. Remember, the higher level you are, the less experience you get from creeps. And we saw right there, he is still 29 experience away. Being able to Stormbolt a unit is going to be absolutely critical. There's a bash onto that Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker going to take a little bit more damage. Paladin now with Divine Shield, and there's that double ring of regeneration. Oh, it is one of my dreams to see how difficult it is to kill a Paladin with so much natural regeneration and Divine Shield. But instead of Divine Shield, he went for Devotion Aura. Infi, well, the thing of nightmares as opposed to dreams, as the Mountain King's now sitting at level 5. Mountain King, well, is going to be able to throw off a Stormbolt. I thought he did. Is spending a little bit of that mana. Water Elemental and Knights now joining in as well. It looks like Infi is bringing everything from tier 3, just waiting for it. There's the Sundering Blades, extra damage, Devotion Armor, and that is going to be difficult indeed. Paladin still regenerating more and more hit points. A Cloak of Flames allows him to dive in very deep as well. We're looking at a Scout Farm getting in a little bit of pressure. Militia all done here. Are we going to see long walk, a mass teleport coming across? There it goes. There's the teleport coming back down to the south here. And can we see this expansion getting taken out? Our Archmage, mass teleport, is still on cooldown? Yes, it is. Where are they going to try and go right now as the unit's now looking to head back and retreat? Mass teleport first. That is a very big deal. Indeed, the Paladin is sitting at level 2, almost at level 3 as well. So who's going to be able to come out back ahead as we see mass teleport inside the base? All right, main base in trouble, and this is one of those instances where the ultimate ability is so powerful. If you're wondering how the Archmage has so much mana, he actually went for Brilliance Aura level 3 first over level 3 Water Elementals as the main base now in trouble. Infi army now trying to make its way inside. This is going to be difficult for him to get inside here as there's a bunch of Spellbreakers lined up. Mountain King gonna purposely back up again as we see another mass teleport to just leave. And where are they going? Back across here. Chaemiko is just teleporting from one place to another, and that's one way to shut down your opponent's expansion, by just, well, going to where your opponent isn't. All right, it looks like there is a peasant about to make its way back over here. A little bit of damage. Mountain King is going to try and throw down a Stormbolt, and there is another mass teleport coming back across as it teleports off to the north. All right. Mountain King in position off over here. It is going to be very important for Infi to try and deal with his opponent's mass teleportation. No Stormbolts, and that is the problem with this hero composition. No Stormbolt to stop mass teleport is in fact a very big deal. Spellbreakers, Archmage all across over here. Archmage is starting to run a little bit low on mana though. The True Shot Aura giving a significant damage increase across all these units as we see a Spellbreaker wandering across over here. That one Spellbreaker represents an entire army, and you have to be careful of it. You can't just let it go as the castle now taken down. Stormbolt downing a Priest as we're seeing mass damage starting to add up. All right, Flame Strike coming across. Priest trying to retreat away. Are they going to be able to get there? And it looks like it looks like the Priest all teleport away in time. All right, teleporting back all across over here. Finding a Knight in mid-open field. The Knight looks like, was about to be able to get away, but a lucky bash from the Mountain King. Okay, that cooldown is absolutely crazy. Spellbreakers continuing to move around. Archmage sitting at level 6 doesn't have infinite mana. Mass Teleport does take quite a toll on your mana, as we haven't seen a single water elemental be dropped in from that Archmage as of yet. 68 supply compared to 67. Oh, and we actually have Chaemiko with the larger army as the Arcane Vault gonna get taken out. Remember, actually, how are Knights still being trained? Though that Knight was lost in the queue. All right, thank you for the follow. Knights should no longer be able to be trained. We no longer have a castle, as we're going to see the army starting to fight again. All right, there is another teleport. Where did the army go? Across over here, yes. Blue in a sea of blue. Knight trying to head back. Is it going to try to be able to get in front? And it looks like, wow, down to 351 hit points. There goes a departing Stormbolt, and a Staff of Sanctuary saves it. All right, Staff of Sanctuary saving that unit right there. Blood Paladin trying to retreat back the other way. There goes another mass teleport heading back off to the north. Archmage going to be, well, relatively low on mana. Now going after the Altar of Kings, as this Knight is going to be trained back up. This is going to be the last Knight right there. This Knight actually teleporting back to the Town Hall, as we're looking at damage starting to perhaps add back in. Archmage, Staff of Sanctuary, going to be key to saving those Knights, which are important to try and deal with Spellbreakers that are running all over the map. We are looking at a little bit of long distance mining still, as a Sorceress, we're actually caught in that front line, going to get taken out very quickly. There it goes, and there's a Dispel Magic once more. Units trying to retreat back again. Oh, there is a peasant ready to walk on in. He has a bag of gold. It's going to teleport in, and, well, waiting for the party to happen. There you go. Going to go straight after that. Well, that Knight in position. Holy Light trying to save it. Taking a lot of damage, and now going after the Paladin. Paladin does not have Devote or Divine Shield, as the units are trying to fight their way through. All right, this is a weird spot to be in. However, the Blood Mage should try and get a Flame Strike right here. Gonna do exactly that. Priests are all right there. Are we gonna see the death of a Knight? Yes, we are. And those Priests able to teleport away just in time. Those Priests were so low on hit points. Standing on that ground was hazardous to their health, and they were somehow still able to make it. All right. This is absolutely crazy, going back and forth, one ultimate ability. And remember, Infi just needs one kill to get to level 6 and get mass teleport of his own. He has not been able to do that. He's not been able to pick off any of the units, as we are looking at perhaps, well, the Blood Mage coming back over and now trying to take down a couple of peasants out in that open field. Mass teleport coming back to the other side. There is a Staff of Teleportation. There comes a Flame Strike. Stormbolt did not go down onto the Blood Mage in time, forcing those units to try and separate. Blood Mage gets Staff of Sanctuary bashed, and he's going to get taken out, giving level 6 to the Mountain King. Level 6 Mountain King in play. Level 5 Blood Mage getting taken out. Spellbreakers trying to stay alive here as we see the mass teleport out again. 55 supply compared to 60. Chaemiko now with a 12 supply advantage in terms of hero, as we see the teleport back off to the north. Remember, Infi does not have the Altar of Kings any longer. If he wants to resurrect that Blood Mage, it will be from the tavern. Unless he starts rebuilding that altar down across here. All right, we are still mining a lot of gold. And wait, oh, this is bad news for Infi. Infi is gonna be running out of all of his gold from that extra gold mine, and he is not in a good spot at all. All right, in comes the Avatar Stormbolt onto the Paladin. Extra bash damage onto that Paladin. Extra more bash as well. Are we gonna get a bash onto the Archmage? No, we are not, as the Archmage himself able to escape that tight situation. Peasants now doing a little bit of long distance mining. Archmage running over, gonna come bearing gifts. Stormbolt onto that one unit right there. There's a follow-up bash. Paladin taking some damage now up to level 3. Is it gonna get Divine Shield or level 2 Holy Light? Definitely Divine Shield here, as we see a bash follow up, and then followed by a Holy Light right there, as the Archmage gets bashed again. Holy Light saved, and wow, so many hit points saved at that last possible moment. Alright, it looks as though this Town Hall could end up getting taken out. Are we going to get the Blood Mage back? Yes, Blood Mage is back in play, sitting at half life. Is it going to be enough? Stormbolt onto the Paladin. Paladin gets staffed to Sanctuary. It gets teleported back across over here. Spell Steal ends up... Well, is it going to end up staying alive? No, it is not. Level 3 getting taken out. Archmage now has level 7. Is he going to go for... Nope, just more mass teleport. Trying to escape again. This water elemental wanted to be taken away. Alright, mass teleport still doing quite a bit of maneuvers all around the map. Spellbreaker off over here, getting in a little bit of damage. Thank you for the follow. This game has been an absolute gem of a game. A very little gold being mined from this expansion here. Almost a 10,000 gold difference between these two teams. And Infi is actually behind right now. Infi has mined 10,000 more gold than his opponent and may end up losing. Alright, are we going to see a mass teleport coming across there? Spellbreaker, I thought perhaps a bash could have finished it off, as we see a quick Dispel Magic finish that off there. Alright, no additional upgrades. 2-2 upgrades going up against 3-2. Infi's army is still slightly higher in terms of upgrades, as the Blood Mage now going to make its way over. Are we going to perhaps see a Flame Strike coming down across? There it goes, dodging all of that damage right there. Siphon mana from the Priest. And the issue is Infi's army only has 2 priests right now. With only 2 priests, it cannot win out on this war of attrition. And essentially, well, Chaemiko's army is getting stronger over time rate than Chaemiko. Chaemiko only has 2 workers though right now, and one of them is doing long distance mining, and that is pretty much it. Meanwhile, we see a group of 9 units trying to make their way over. Oh, another militia getting taken out. We're going to go down to a single worker here. There goes another worker. Are we going to see a bash followed by a couple of Spellbreaker hits, and another peasant gets taken out? Alright, Spellbreaker's retreating back, and not even a... Alright, Spellbreaker's retreating back. Priests trying to make their way back off to the north again. And what is going to end up happening? Water elementals being dropped. Archmage now sitting at level 7 with plenty of mana. The intelligence on that Archmage up to 38. You can see how fast that Archmage is regenerating mana right now, and well, has enough for water elementals as well. Alright, positioning gonna be absolutely key right now. No one with any knights whatsoever, and well, Infi needs to protect these priests. If those priests get taken down, it is pretty much going to be game over. And from the very start of the matchup, as well, you need some way to heal to try to come out ahead. Water Elemental back across over there. There's that control magic. Mountain King, there's that Avatar to try and break free. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto the Blood Mage instead? There goes one priest. Mass Teleport trying to, well, take themselves away. Where are they going to go? Teleport back off to the north here. And saying, I too can return the favor. A major Flame Strike going down. Multiple priests end up getting lost right there as they end up getting taken out. What a quick change right there. I think two or three priests were lost, and that was a brilliant play by Infi, I would have to study that replay again, but I believe Infi just assumed that his opponent was going to mass teleport right there. He started the flame strike knowing the timing so that when Chaemiko landed, the flame strike would be right there and would start burning all of those priests. That happened so quickly, so fast, that many of those priests could not escape. That was such a good trap. Coming back and forth. All right. Spellbreakers continuing again. 50 supply compared to 52. 49 supply army compared to 45. We're looking at a couple of units. Well, just water elemental trying to get some damage here, trying to stop that paladin from making its way back in. That paladin represents a large amount of healing, but so does that priest right now, which was taking out Chaemiko, losing priest. He's down to 2 priests right now, and that is huge. Only at 2 priests, and that is not going to be enough. Water elementals trying to fight here, and I believe Infi, if Infi can get this paladin back out, it represents such a large amount of healing that things could go sideways, especially as there are not that many more priests being trained up by Chaemiko. All right, going into low upkeep now. Paladin finally taking down Stormbolt onto the Archmage. Archmage knew that he needed to save that there. Siphon Mana, Mountain King gonna chase after the Archmage. Archmage, oh, where is that divine? How did he have a divine potion? Didn't even see that. Potion of invulnerability to break free. Blood Mage gonna get taken down, and Chaemiko with the higher hero score gets the victory. Infi with the unit score and the resource score, but unable to come out ahead. Look at the gold mined difference, even when considering gold lost to upkeep, 13,500 compared to 24,000. Wow, an 11,000 gold mined difference. Mass teleport completely changing the pace of that game, but more importantly, or something just as important, was the fact that Chaemiko had opted to go for level 3 Brilliance Aura over level 3 Water Elementals at level 5. If it wasn't for that decision there, the mass teleport strategy would not have worked out. Chaemiko would have slowly just lost more and more mana as he tried to teleport from one place to another, and eventually it would have just, that pressure would have let up much earlier, giving Infi a chance to rest a little bit and then rebuild his army. Great game between these two. What can an ultimate ability do? It can completely change the case of the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.